Okay, second take. First take did not grab my audio, which sucks. Okay, so reviewing Panda, who's gonna be playing Ashe on attack and the Widowmaker on defense. Before I forget, change this to 5 seconds. What I'm mainly gonna be looking for is on Ashe, who you are trying to duel. If you're trying to put pressure on their Widow, when you're trying to put pressure on the Widow when you're doing their Hanzo, and when you're peeking with shield versus when you're peeking without shield, what kind of duels you take. Beautiful shot on the Zen. I like the focus on the Sig when he's Discord, you know he doesn't have Eat. Good focus on the Hanzo because the Widow was backing up. Good peeking onto the Widow when you're Sig as shield. Nice, okay. Now that their Widow is dead, I'd like you to, Alright, I remember this now, yes. So your Widow gets traded. So, it's now your job to make sure you keep this Hanzo in check. Because this Hanzo cannot be pressured by your Widow, so he's going to be peeking a lot more, knowing that there's no Widows on the board. And you're taking this position, which is fine. You're kind of pushing out the 6 to help cap. But I would love if you're peeking wider here, asking your shield to get the shield the top on the Hanzo so you could duel him. Luckily, Hanzo just dies to Zen poke. But imagine if he wasn't being Zen poked and he's just getting free shots on your team because he wasn't getting pressured by a Widow. But luckily, your Zen gets him, so it works out. But now, yeah, pressuring their BAP. That's good. Switching on a Sig when you use Discord. Good dynamite. Overall, I remember this being a good first point. Okay. Now, since they're on Sombra instead of Widow, you don't have to worry about Widow, you just have to worry about this Hanzo. So, you know that their Sombra is going to want to duel your Widow or Zen. That's their priority targets, unless you're in insanely awful position. So I definitely work with your Sigma in trying to kill their Hanzo. Because once their Hanzo dies, your Widow doesn't have to worry about the Hanzo dueling them while also Sombra in the backline. Okay. That's funny. That's the second time they traded. But I like you taking the space. Nice little dink. Eris does fall. I remember this. You just got burst by the Hanzo right when the trans healing was on you. That's fine though. They use 2 ults for that. You guys only used... We use sights in trans, but that's fine. You guys have fight winning ults. Oh yeah, nice shots here. I know you're waiting to regroup, but you can still ask your Sigma to shield up for some poke, make them back up a little bit as well. But okay, now that you're off the Widow and on the cast, you really have to force out their Hanzo. Like, you are instead of your Widow being the main person to want to duel him, you're now the main person that wants to duel him. Because now that you're on a cast, they're peeling for the Zen and the BAP, and also going to peel for you more. So you want to focus less on the Sombra, more on trying to get your own picks with your Sigma. Nice little head dink. See the Hans on the right. Pressure him out. That's good. I like this little bob here. Make sure it gets to the back line. You force the trans, which is good. And you kill the Sombra. Oh, and this flux was beautiful. But yeah, that bob took away all their attention, which gave you guys so much more space. Great play. Just something to keep in mind though, if their Sombra was there at the bottom and you don't have Coach anymore, that is something that they could punish, but luckily you weren't. Oh, I remember this part as well. So here your Sigma puts shield up, but you keep peeking this angle here, where the Hanzo can shoot you. It's very minor, they don't kill you, but... Oh, I'm over here. But you could take one step to your left and still shoot the Hanzo from the shield here, where you can't get poke on you at all. Something minor. Oh, and then I love how it just TPs me over here. And then also, well, you remember you find the Sombra starts fighting you here. But after the Sombra is forced out, or actually, well, they die. I definitely be playing this high ground here with your Sigma to poke them out. But instead, you kind of take this little side angle, which is fine, but because you're in a lot of cover and you can't get punished. But also, it's really hard to shoot them past these walls. They could really just LOS you here, and you're in range of their Zen. Now you take this great angle, which is good. Good burn on the BAP. Nice little shot there. And you start farming Bob off the hog. So well played here. Taking this left side with the cast, trying to find a stagger. Nice shot. You do kill your Baptiste with that shot, which is a little silly, but it happens. I've seen a player that I know do worse. Going for trans. And here is a big time that you could have used to maybe get high ground here with a coach gun. Because with this much time left on the clock, everyone's going to be jumping on the point to touch because they're staggering one by one. Here's not a bad spot because, again, you know, here they still have to get off point to pressure you. But with the high ground, you know, it forces, instead of, you know, for example, if their hog comes on the point and hooks you, he'd have to try to hook you from all the way from the high ground. Which is weird that they're trying to go hog for recontest, but it's whatever. Good Bob. You're winning the game off it. But yeah, maybe taking a high ground, that way you can't even get pressured by anyone. Other than that, it was a great attack. I remember I had a couple more notes for your Widowmaker, especially your sights usage. Asking yourself, do I really need to use sights here? Also, I'm stealing this jump spot. Jump shot spot. It was a nice little spot with your 6, especially. I'm guessing you called for that shield, which is a good call in case their Widow does see you as well. Here, it's all about, for the Widow duel now, it's all about how you take your fights. If you're taking fights, do you have 6 shield? Do they have 6 shield? If they have 6 shield, where are you positioned? If you 6 shield, what kind of angles are you going to take? Because I remember, I think you drop here at the beginning. So now you've given yourself the option that you will not get 6 shield. The Sig is going to shield the Ashe here. So your Ashe is going to be the main one doing the Widow because they have the shield, hopefully. Because now you're taking an angle where you will not get shield. And if the other Sig shields you off, you're not shielding your Ashe off, which is fine. This is good. You don't want you and the Ashe to take the same exact angle. Just be wary that their Widow might have a shield. Also, I do love your aggressive jump shots when you know that they can't like punish you for it. So well played on that, knowing that you could just go for those a lot and not get punished. Because even if you don't hit the shot, it's still worth going for. It makes them worry that they have to look up at some points. Beautiful shot there, nice shot there. Another little jump shot. You pressure the Widow enough for them to back up. Force lamp. And this is fine. Here's another scenario where you could definitely be playing main with your Sig. Because, you know, you're taking the angle here, waiting for anyone to walk up. You could also be taking this angle here. And you could be like, well, yeah, I'm exposed. But as long as you coordinate with your Sigma about when shield is up, it could definitely be a better angle to take. As always, ask your Sig, hey, just tell me when you're give me like a 3, 2, 1 for shield up, shield down, kind of stuff like that. Nice little 360. Bang! That shield's gone. Okay, I think here you use sights. Now, if we look at their positioning, or I guess we can even like zoom back 5 seconds almost, or like your jump shot, and you see the Sig shield, Zen, and Sojourn. And knowing their comp with and you saw the BAP walk back, you know that their Widow and that their BAP are going to be with main with them. So you might want to ask yourself, do I really need to use sights right here? I think you could get way more value using sights as like a counter ult for their sights, or you know, you could use it more like a mid-fight ult if you're still alive and you need to find like a backline target, or if they have like a tracer to find them. But there's not even any flank angles on this first point. But here you already know their positioning. Everyone knows their positioning. And I don't think... Okay, except for this Widow. This Widow, I don't know what they're cooking. They're peeking you when you have sights up. It's whatever. Alright, that's good for you. But like, again, I think you win that duel with your Sig shield because they're on heights and your Sig can shield them off. And you don't need sights for that. I think you'd hit that shot normally. Nice shot there. I like taking this wider angle. This is nice. You get the Zen. You're gonna get the BAP here. Oh wait, this is where disaster happens. I'm gonna skip this. Meek didn't die. The kill feed's lying. Okay, yeah, they get off Widow here, which is good. That Sojourn doesn't respect you. This cast also doesn't respect you. You punish them. Great job. They just kind of threw. Now here, you know they're on Winston. Winston, big jumpy Winston man. Okay, and then also if you are checking tab and stuff, you'll also see Tracer. They are wanting to dive you now. Now what you want to do is not be in Winston jump radius. You want to be in the radius where if he max jumps, he could barely get to you. Because then if he could barely get to you, you could grapple away to a high ground where he cannot get you anymore, and your team could burst him because he won't have jump anymore. Again, these guys just don't respect you. You're getting shots on them, you're slowing them down, which is good. But this is a very, very diveable spot, though. Because even if the Winston doesn't kill you and you grapple away, he has so much cover to play around with the bubble. His team can help him, and then your team is in like a little pinch. So Winston jumps you, you grapple away, but this Winston is not gonna die. He's got bubble. You guys bob him though. Okay, and here you see the Tracer. You do not need to fight this Tracer. Your Ashe can fight this Tracer. I need you to focus on main, especially with the through window. You can just be buying, shotting people and killing them. You're spending way too many resources on this tracer, and then you also pop sights. Their Winston's dead. You do not need sights. Sights is great for when they want to recontest, and you can get shots on people who are unexpecting you. You get lamp out. But oh, also, what is this Winston player doing? Oh, look at there is 12 seconds left. Whatever. Oh, here's another example. Imagine if there's more time. There's more time on the clock, and you're playing here, doing the Winston jump. The Winston wants to touch points here. Like, he needs to touch points. Imagine this is like 2 seconds left. He has to touch points. You don't want him to be able to touch points and pressure you. So I'd definitely be playing back here and shooting the Winston, because you know that the Tracer is also going to want to touch, and they would have to get off point to pressure you here. So not playing in a spot where he could get 2 jobs done at once. He does die because he jumped insanely early. And the Tracer also dies early. But again, it's like, okay, the Lucio's doing his job. He could pressure you and touch point at the same time. But you guys are better, so you just win this. And that's the map. So I say some things to work on is playing with your SIG, calling shields when you want shields, knowing that you could take more aggressive angles when you have shield. Because, you know, it's a free duel. They cannot kill you. With dive, knowing how far, for example, Winston could jump, or how far Diva boosters go, and knowing that how far you could play and where you could grapple to, what's your escape routes, and also sights usage. Do I need sights? Who can flank me? Where can they flank me from? Can I just use a Venom Mine to watch the flank? Like, if there's 2 choke points, I'm watching one choke point. Can I place a Venom Mine at the other choke point so I don't have to use sights? You know, or if it's not such a linear map as Circuit Royale, if there's like multiple choke points, you don't know where they're coming from, then you can pop sights. Just kind of thinking, do I need sights? Why do I need sights? Or do I need to use it for when their Widow uses sights? Because when they, even if you know where all 5 of them are, using sights when their Widow uses sights could easily help your team make sure that they don't walk into the Widow sightlines. But on that, great map. Keep it up.